Hi guys, welcome to Drama. Over the next couple of weeks I'm going to do a few warm-up exercises with you each week and also focusing on some script work for you guys, whether or not you're writing it or whether you're learning it, and we'll develop it each week feeding off of the previous week. So the first week we'll start off with just a basic warm-up exercise in which, and those of you that came to the class before will know that it's just a basic breathing exercise. And it will help to expand your lung capacity for when you're about to go on stage, which is always important because you don't want to be halfway through a sentence and stop to take a breath, especially when you're in front of an audience, which unfortunately I'm not here right now, but who knows where we'll be this time a few months down the line. So to begin with, we'll take a breath in for 3 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and then we'll hiss out for 9 seconds, okay? 9 seconds should be fairly easy, but if you do get short of breath, stop. It's not a competition, it's just an exercise for you to expand your lung capacity, okay? So I'll do it with you for the first time, and then you guys can expand it up to 12 seconds, 15 seconds, and so on. Don't go any more than 20 seconds though, because it can really get short of breath, and I don't want to force it with you, okay? So we'll breathe in for 3, hold for 3, and hiss. So breathe in. Like that, okay? And then you can do it again, and then go for 12, then 15, and so on. And as I say, do not force yourself, don't force your breath, because you can get short of breath and then feel a wee bit faint. That's not what we're after. We're just trying to expand your lung capacity to improve your performance in general. To advance on from that for a warm-up, just some tongue twisters. This will help your articulators, such as your tongue, lips, teeth, and this hard and soft palate in your mouth. Okay, so each of these articulators is what takes the oxygen that you're outputting and makes the sounds that you're actually able to create, such as the words that you actually say as opposed to just sound. Okay, so it's to start with, we'll do toboggan. So I like this one because it works your T's, which is your teeth and your tongue. So to begin the toboggan, first buy a toboggan, but don't buy too big a toboggan. Too big a toboggan is not a toboggan to buy to begin the toboggan. Bit of a mouthful, but let's work on it a few times with you guys. So I'll go over it one more time. You guys can pause the video, try and put it through your head. So to begin to toboggan, first buy a toboggan, but don't buy too big a toboggan. Too big a toboggan is not a toboggan to buy to begin to toboggan. Easy as that. Okay, and we'll also do she sells seashells on a seashore. She sells seashells on a seashore. She sells seashells on a seashore. Alright, it loosens up the mouth a wee bit and prepares you to read script and deliver dialogue clearly and smoothly without interrupting yourself and tripping over your own words. And one more tongue twister just before we move on. We'll go with unique New York, New York, unique, unique New York, New York, unique, unique New York, New York, unique. Again, watch your lips, watch your tongue, and these are all articulators that are important for delivering dialogue. Okay, so over the next few weeks we'll work on a wee bit of script work, and next week I will be attaching some scripts that you guys can learn and try and deliver. However, this week I want to set you guys a challenge without seeing script, just to write something, okay? Now it's very like just developing an improv as we would usually do in class if you guys were here. However, it will just be you, it's your input that is taken on board. So don't over expand it, just keep it short, 4 to 5 scenes, few characters, 3 or 4 characters that you guys can potentially cast using family or friends. And with the characters, try and develop their character traits. What are they like? How do they act around certain people? Think about the relationships between one character and another, and their relationships with every character in the play, and because these are all driving forces that drive the story forward, okay? Think about a character arc. Now what I mean by a character arc is how do they develop throughout the events of the story. So a character should never be the exact same at the end of the story as they were at the beginning of the story. If so, then the story's not really worth telling. The whole point is to develop character. The perfect example for this is Scrooge. Okay, so Scrooge starts off quite selfish, quite just miserable, and by the end of it, based on the events that happen throughout the entire story of Scrooge, he, through fear of what he's shown in the future and through self-reflection of what he's shown in the past and present, he develops into a somewhat nicer character, a wee bit more generous. And another example would be Tony Stark from the Marvel series. He starts off, again, quite selfish. Through the events of 23 movies, he's willing to self-sacrifice. And so think about character arcs. Think about your main character and the supporting characters in the script that you're writing, and develop their arcs. What happens in the story that allows this character to evolve into what he's going to end as. Okay? Now, through your script, make sure you are writing accurate reactions and emotions from each character. So what I mean is, don't write something sad and then another character that was present suddenly says a joke. That's not a natural reaction. If something sad happens, everyone should somewhat react sad. Unless you're going for a comedy in which the comedic character is always trying to pop in a joke. But let's try and keep it simple, let's make it natural and just deliver natural characters and the relationships building through your script. Okay, so moving on, once you've written your script, assign you and your friends the characters that you've written. Okay, now I do want yourself to perform this, don't just assign your friends and family and leave yourself out. This is, after all, trying to develop your acting skills as well. And all I'd like you to do is have a line run. So you don't have to necessarily physicalise it so much. Maybe if you're on a Zoom call with your friends, each of you can just deliver the lines over Zoom. Or if you're actually in person, again, it's just sitting around and trying to deliver the dialogue, but as naturally as possible and as emotional as possible. So try and keep the emotions accurate and just keep it succinct to the script that you've written. And the same applies to your friends. Use this opportunity to direct your friends. You've written the script, tell them how you'd like them to deliver the lines that you've written. Okay? And that's that for this week. Moving on to next week, I will be attaching some scripts that you guys can read, and we'll go from there.